Combat Mission Battle for Normandy is a strategy game what is made by the peeps at Battlefront.com. And right now it doesn't seem to want to appear in OBS, which is jolly frustrating. Oh wait, no, there we go, finally. It's a slightly obscure series of strategy games that they've done for all sorts of stuff. World War II, the Cold War, modern day stuff. A couple of the games are actually on Steam, but most of them you just buy directly from their website. And essentially what it is if you imagine like a milsim like Armor, except it's like a strategy game instead of something you play from a first-person perspective as just one dude. That's essentially what Combat Mission is. It's how it works. It's very tailored towards being more realistic and less gamey. So it's not very Company of Heroes-ish. It's a different kettle of fish entirely. A lot of the game is based around actually spotting the enemy and then suppressing them and then taking them out, and rather than just sort of running your dudes up to an enemy and shooting them and watching their health bar go down. It's a milsim real-time tactics game. Yeah, kind of. Now, having said that about it being real-time, you can play it in real-time mode, or you can play it in a sort of we go turn-based mode, where essentially both sides take turns at the same time. Then you queue up all your orders, the clock then runs for a minute, all your soldiers run off to execute your orders, and then it stops again, and then you do that for each round of the battle, which lasts 1 minute. And that's the mode of play I actually play this game on myself. Some people prefer the real-time. I personally prefer to play with the WeGo turn-based system, which, you know, is easier to show you than tell you at the end of the day. Let's have a look at the single battles available, see if there's anything that appeals. I can just do a quick battle, though, if I fancy it. Hey, thank you very much for 3 months of subbage, Barry. Twitch Prime does in fact work. Let's see. BP1, the cops. The Sherwood Rangers go into the woods. It's a tiny size battle, which is perfectly fine for demo purposes here. On today's stream, 40 minutes in length. Weather's clear, 22 degrees C, it's 1:50 PM. It's an allied attack in some forest. Sure. I will play as the allies, because attacking in this game is much more interesting than defending, I find. I'm going to play on warrior difficulty, 1 player turn-based. This also has hot seat, and also has play by email, which is actually kind of amazing. I miss play by email. I remember playing games of Civilization play by email back in the day. You young whippersnappers won't know what I'm talking about, I suppose. Not only does it have play by email, there's quite a community for it. Yep, indeed. I know there's a couple of guys that have been playing this on the Discord as well, since I started getting into it, so... we might get some play-by-email games going on the Discord at some point. We'll see. I'd like that. I think it'd be quite fun. Anyway, so... best briefing officer voice now. Ahem. 1350 hours, 31st of August, 1944. The front has broken wide open, and Allied forces are flooding across the Seine and into northern France. Recce elements from the 8th Armoured Brigade's left column advancing along the D149 towards Amiens this morning encountered a blocking force positioned about halfway between Jouvigny and Luchy. Lead elements of left column will destroy the enemy blocking forces on the D149 no later than 1430 hours in order to clear the route for further advance. The spearhead of left column consists of a motor platoon from the 12th Battalion King's Royal Rifle Corps and a troop of Shermans from the Nottingham Sherwood Rangers Yeomanry. Due to the speed of advance, no fire support is in range. The rest of left column are in march formation about a kilometer to the rear, waiting for the route to get opened. Enemy forces. The 18th GAF Field Division is nominally in front of us. However, the Germans took such a pasting in Normandy that their unit cohesion appears to have collapsed completely. Prisoners taken by brigade over the last 36 hours have come from 15 different regiments and 8 different divisions. Frankly, the intelligence guys have no idea. Intelligence chaps, really. Chaps. Guys is an Americanism. We can't have that. The intelligence chaps have no idea who's manning the roadblock. However, the recce elements who bumped up against it this morning reported receiving heavy and sustained small arms fire before they pulled back. It's likely they will also possess at least some infantry anti-tank weapons. Panzerschrecks. Ugh. The plan is to use concentrated superior firepower to eliminate any enemy found, while pressing forward to continue with the advance towards Lucci. Notes. Parameter bonus, 250 points. Destroy blocking force, up to 250 points. Exit all British forces. Okay. Right. All British forces exit. Destroy the blocking force. Right, so we basically got to get through these guys and then off the end of the map by the sounds of it. Is the general gist of this mission. Tactical map is what it looks like this. Yeah, we come down this road. We get to the Bois de Missé here, and then basically we got to blast through these Germans here and get off the edge of the map via this road. And jolly good. Designer's notes. Category semi-historical. Best played as the British versus the AI, or anything goes. Scenario length is 40 minutes. It's a British attack. 31st of August 1944, 1350 hours. Clear, warm, there's a gentle wind from the west. Relevant when it comes to dropping things like smoke bombs and things. Designed by John Snowden, apparently. Alright, let's give it a go. Never done this scenario before, I have no idea what to expect. Okay, so we have... Oh, it's a nice, cozy, tight little mission with a very small map. Alright, cool. So, this is what we got here. Oh, I don't need to turn this on right now. Alt-T. Let's put the trees back on normal mode. Alright, so here's the road. To Juvigny is that way. But we want to get to Lucci, so we're going to have to break through the enemy's defenses here, and they're going to be in the Bois de Missé here. So my assumption would be that oh god. Can we turn the graphics up a bit here? It's a very small map, so I can probably run the graphics up a bit higher. Not that it's the most graphically amazing game you've ever played, but you know. What do we got to work with? Let's have a look. So we've got... What's this thing? Armoured personnel carrier. It's a Stuart Kangaroo, apparently. I've never seen one of these before. With some blokes inside it. Looks like we've got the platoon HQ. So that would be Lieutenant Anstruther, apparently, according to his name there. This is D Company, apparently. With a light mortar detachment, both piled into that Kangaroo. And then we've got a couple of these half-tracks, which we've got 2 section, 1 section A detachment in. And then this one, which has got 3 section and 1 section B detachment in. Okay. And then we've got 3 Sherman tanks. We've got a Sherman 5. We have a Sherman Firefly. Oh, nice. And a regular Sherman 5. So 2 regular Sherman 5s and a Firefly. Okay. Oh, look, they've done the thing. Yeah, it's like it's got the weird wavy camouflage on the end of the barrel because from a distance it was supposed to make the tank look a bit more like a regular Sherman instead of a Firefly. so the Germans wouldn't single it out and shoot it first. You consider just going around the Germans. We don't have any bloody time for that. All right, so if we look at what do we got here? Let's get down on our knees, so to speak, and actually look at the terrain here. So the ground goes upwards from here to a sort of ridge that sort of ends, well, flattens out a bit, roughly at the edge of this tree line here. Okay. And then you come back down the other side of that slope. And there's like a little rocky, sort of hilly bit here, which might be worth taking advantage of. And then you get into these woods and then past them and then down through that way. So if we turn the objectives on, yeah, that's our main objective there, is to just exit to Lucy that way. That green bit. Okay. So, gives you flashbacks to the Hellish Hedge missions in Brothers in Arms, yeah. Okay. Right, so my assumption would be that the Jerrys are going to be in these woods over here, but I don't know how far forward they're going to end up deploying exactly. My plan would probably be to... Well, I think what I'd want to do is advance everybody up here behind these trees. Oh, look. Little plough. Anyway, advance everyone up behind these trees for cover. And maybe send a couple of little scouting detachments up this way and up through this little wood here to sort of probe ahead and see what's out there. Basically, we'll pick two guys and send them off over in this general direction and see if anyone shoots at them. So we're going to need a few unlucky volunteers. What kind of mortar detachment is this? It's a light mortar detachment, okay. So it's one of those weird British mortars that you can't indirect fire with. I think. Water without indirect fire, yep. You'll see what I mean when we get into it, but they're very small, these things. Very portable. Easy to set up, but very small. And they don't really, you can't really precision aim them the way you can with a bigger mortar. Alpha. I'm just going to call you Alpha. Long time since I've seen anyone play this game. Thanks for the 5 months of subbage. Yeah, I like this game a lot. Alright, let's see. Let's move you over here. Over here. Over here. You back there. Ugh. Does that every now and again. I installed the game on my Duff hard drive that sometimes has issues loading sounds, which is why that little stutter happened. Okay. Alright, at the edge of my deployment zone here, so... They're great for smoke, and yes, and pinpoint places in line of sight, yeah. They're actually quite useful. They're not being able to indirect fire sounds like they're completely useless, but actually they're genuinely good little bits of kit I found playing this game. Okay, so initial orders. So the way this works is you click on each of your units here. And you got all this information down here, like equipment they've got, and how rested they are, their experience, their morale, all that kind of stuff. Whether they've got active communications up the chain of command. You got the different guys in the unit, which in this case consists of the tank crew. And then you've got some info about the tank itself, the ammunition it's got, damage, defenses against various types of incoming projectiles, and what else have we got here? Then over here we've got the different types of orders you can give. You get M for movement orders, so fast, quick, move, slow, hunt, hold down, and reverse. Combat ones, so target, target light, target arc, clear target, face a direction, target with smoke, target armor arc, so target armored vehicles within a certain arc, or target briefly. Then special commands like pause, hide, dismount if you're riding in a vehicle like these guys are, bail out, open up, pop smoke. And then that's the admin tab, which has stuff that allows you to do things like split squads up into different teams and that kind of thing, which is usually a quite useful thing to do, or to create a little scout team. Pick a couple of unwilling volunteers to go march over that hill over there and see if anyone shoots at them. And that's really the gist of it. That's really basically it. One of the things I love about this game and all the games in the combat mission series is really that they're very easy to pick up and figure out how it works. Because everything you see here more or less does exactly what you'd expect. It does what it says on the tin, you know? Mastering this game, on the other hand, is very difficult. I'm really quite bad at this. I'm going to prepare in advance. I'm really bad at combat mission, but I love playing it anyway. So we'll see how we get on with this scenario. Hopefully I can complete it without taking too many casualties or running out of ammunition. We'll see how we get on. I think what we're going to do first is just move the vehicles over here, like so. So we're well and truly behind those cops. I hope it's not full of Jerry's, because if it is, we're in trouble. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. Guys, go... No. Lads. Get back in there. I meant to click on that. There we go. Oops. Right. You go like that. And then the kangaroo. How bulletproof is the kangaroo, I wonder? It's relatively bulletproof. Could be useful. Could use it to scout with a bit, you know? That's what I'm thinking. If you get shot with a Panzerschreck, then whatever, big deal. We just lost a, you know... All we did was lose a kangaroo. Yeah, I mean, it's a Stuart, isn't it? Without the turret. Basically, so... A Panzerschreck will still rip it to pieces. I mean, a Panzerschreck will destroy any of these things here, so... Yeah, that's the main issue, because we've got a very powerful resource in these 3 Shermans here, but the problem is the enemy's going to have Panzerschrecks, and they have a pretty lethal range on them, those Panzerschrecks. Like, if I got a Sherman parked right about there, a Panzerschreck firing from all the way over there could quite easily destroy him one hit, so... Like, the tanks are really useful, but at the same time, we don't want to get them needlessly blown up. And Panzerfaust, yeah, they'll have those too. Okay, alright, let's do this. I haven't given the kangaroo a move order yet. That's what I was missing. Right, there we go. And we hit the red button, computes the action, and then the turn begins. And the clock will basically just run for 1 minute. Our guys will be doing their thing. The enemies also moving, their dudes will be moving all right now. It's a we go turn system, so basically both players' turns play out at the same time. What happened to you? Did you get bogged? What are the conditions right now? Ground condition is dry. Okay, so you shouldn't have got bogged down. I'm not sure what happened there. Alright, we have 20 seconds to spare here. I probably could have moved him a bit further forward than that. Anything popping up? Nope. Yeah, I don't think there are any Germans in this wood just yet. They're all over here somewhere. Okay, done. Right, and then we go into the next planning phase for turn 2, and so on and so forth, basically. Let's... Can we get much of a view up this side? What we got here? Okay, oh yeah, the ridgeline goes right along here up to this hedge. It's not a bad avenue to approach from then, is it, in that case? Honestly. Alright, well... Let's get you chaps over this way. How far forward do I dare go with the half-track? Let's call it about there-ish. Right, I need to move you forward a bit further. So you're out of the way. And I'll bring the kangaroo over this way as well. Drop a little save. See how we get on. Small traffic jam as we get moving here. But we should be good. Jerry's would have heard us coming by this point. Yeah, they probably will have heard us. Because sound contacts are a thing in this game, so you can hear an enemy without actually seeing it. So if one side has tanks, it's pretty easy to hear them coming before you see them. So admittedly, one thing you could do, I suppose, is get all the dudes out and then drive the empty half-tracks up later onto this side or something to fool the enemy into thinking you're coming up the right flank when actually you're sending infantry on foot up the left flank. That would totally be a thing you could do. And against a human opponent, I probably would give that a go, actually. It might actually work, you never know. But I'm not sure against the AI it'd make any difference. Okay, done. Alright, gents. Alright, you chaps, quickly dismount. Head up this way into the trees. Same goes for you guys. That way. And then the old mortar team, let's have you... Ooh. No. Come on. Let's get you about there-ish. get the platoon HQ there. Get the lieutenant up the back. Hear Oompa music. The Jerrys must be close. What if the Allies might try? They knew the Allies might try this route, and therefore they've mined it. They may well have done it. To be fair, actually, they may well have done, because mines are totally a thing in this game. So we'll find out one way or the other. All right, everyone, hop out. Right, yeah, spread out, everyone. Come on. Don't want you all bunched up like this. MG42 opens up from over there. You're all dead meat. Good old British infantry squads. Not very good, if I'm honest with you. Nothing against the honest Tommy. It's more his equipment I'm talking about. Each squad basically has a leader with a Tommy gun or a Sten gun, a Bren gun like this gentleman here, and the rest of them have bolt action Lee Enfields. Which, individually, they're not bad guns, but the problem is that they don't together put out a ton of firepower, which is what you really want. So, oh yeah, look, the lieutenant's got his. Oh no, that's not the lieutenant. That's the guy leading the mortar team, isn't it? Sweet, that's who that is. Ah, he's already set it up, in fact. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about these little 2-inch mortars, because you don't need to. You don't need to like sit down and deploy them for ages. He just pops it down on the ground. It's ready to go. So that's what it looks like. It's really small. That's what she said and all. But yeah, you just pop it down, and it's ready to go, and you just shoot it off in the direction of something you can see. Useful bit of kit. It's got 12 high explosive bombs, 9 smoke bombs, and 9 white phosphorus bombs, which are effectively really just, you know... I don't know what the difference between the smoke and the white phosphorus actually is in in-game terms. I've been told before, though, that if you can get good at combat mission playing as the British, then you'll be good at playing absolutely anyone else. So, I've played a lot of the British. Admittedly, one of the things I do like about them is they don't run out of ammo anytime soon. They can keep shooting for quite a long time. So they don't put out as much fire in the short term, but they can sustain it for quite a while, which sometimes is quite useful. Right. Anything on the horizon? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's see. One section B detachment. I could send these two forward to scout a bit, but I'd rather not, because there's a Bren gun there right now that we could really do without losing. So what we're going to do, I think we're going to take this A detachment, the A half of one section, and we're gonna... Oh, I can't do it right now. Interesting. Alright, maybe you guys then. Here we go, scout team. So we split off a couple of guys with rifles, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna go just go on and creep on up ahead. Give them a regular move order. And then give them a hunt order, and then maybe a slow move order, so they crawl up to this hedge and see if they can see anything. More really, the point is see if anyone shoots at them. Is the honest truth. I want to see if any Germans spot them and go, "Achtung, Tommy!" and start shooting at them. That's what I want to know. Meanwhile, I'll get you guys. spread out into the woods a little bit. You guys can move out to the left here. Our team can move up just a smidge more. Send the lieutenant a bit further forward as well. And I'm going to move the kangaroo just up there, like that. Aaron65, thank you very much for 5 months for subbage. Let's drop a save. I really like this WeGo turn system because I can just take my time. Because I'm really bad at most real-time strategy because I just can't micromanage well enough. But with the WeGo turn system, it's just like, well, you know, you don't have to micromanage quickly. You have as much time as you need to plan everything out, take a look at things, poke it from different angles and go, what's the best thing to do here? And then you can just, you know, save the game and then see what happens. I quite like it. I enjoy it. No pause button in real time. I think you can pause in real time if you want to. But I still quite like this way of playing it. It adds that element of uncertainty. Because once you press that button, your guys will just do what they've been told to do. And they'll improvise as best they can if something comes up. But they're still just going to be improvising. And they're not necessarily going to make the right decisions. And I genuinely find that to be a bit more realistic. And a bit more chaotic, like the real thing would be, rather than having godlike control over them at all times. If you see what I mean. Let's go. So where's my little scout detachment? There they are. They're the only ones that are walking. Alright, chaps. What's the name of the guy leading this? Mr. Cash. Alright, Private Cash. Possibly Corporal Cash. Off we go. If the other guy in the squad's called Money, I'm just going to lose my mind, I swear. It wasn't very cash money of you. So as you can see, when they get to a waypoint, they do stop and take a knee and have a little look around. Because the spotting mechanics in this are, you know, relatively advanced, actually. They'll spot stuff that's directly in front of them a lot quicker than they'll spot things to their sides. And they'll spot things much worse when they're moving. If they stop and have a look around, they'll spot things much more quickly. And likewise, the faster you're moving, the less likely you are to spot anything, because you're concentrating on not tripping up and falling over when you're running. Going to open up the moment you crest the ridge. Quite possibly, yeah. This is why I'm hopefully going to get these guys to just crawl on up to the hedge here and then see if they can spot anything. And if something does shoot at them, hopefully it won't hit them immediately. Normally I wouldn't really care, to be honest with you, but this is such a tiny battle we're doing here that every individual dude counts for something. So you can do all the way up to like huge battalion-sized battles in this with multiple companies of dudes and everything, and vehicles backing you up and everything. It's you can get quite massive. But I actually find these really small scenarios to be some of the most interesting ones. Let's pull that back that way a little bit. Like, yeah, like so. The lieutenant got his binoculars out. He has. Get a load of General Patton over here. Little Panda Brothers reference. Show this like colossal crack at the end for size. I might put up a massive, gigantic, ginormous battle at the end. Yeah, there's not much else to do, is there, really, in a minute? Just everyone sit tight. Wait to go see if Corporal Cash spots anything. I believe you can rename these dudes as well. If you're doing like a custom battle, so I could totally name like squad leaders after Twitch subs and stuff like that. So if you put them in hunt mode as opposed to regular move, they basically creep forward with their weapons at the ready. Ready to, and then of course sometimes they just, you know, slide along. Greased up their boots with some butter, just sliding. And then the slow command will basically just make them crawl. That's essentially what slow does. They just crawl. Now the thing to note about slow, the crawl command, is actually it tires them out quite a bit. Because obviously in real life crawling along is quite tiring. Yeah, it knackers you out a bit, that does. And like actual troop fatigue is totally like modeled in the game and stuff. Luckily these guys are fine in a minute, they're still ready. Ready to get their heads shot off in a second, I suspect, but hey. Okay, still haven't spotted anything. You guys, you still have your orders, don't you? Yeah, yeah, I'll just let the thing go again, I suppose. See what you guys can see. Ooh. Well, can we see anything? I say, Corporal, can you see anything? For the moment, sir. Not a bloody thing. Not a sausage, I says. Don't suppose I could borrow one of your binocular sets, sir? Absolutely not, Corporal Cash. Now carry on. Just saying, sir, it'd be a lot easier if I had binoculars. No, absolutely not. Okay, we still don't see anything. I wonder how many of them there actually are. Typically, the defending side in a scenario will have fewer dudes than the attacking side. And we don't have very many to begin with. That said, we do have 3 tanks, though, which does skew it a little bit. I'm tempted to leave it for another minute and see if they actually spot anything. Plot twist, the map is empty. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Let's have you guys toddle on up this way. And then get yourself over there. Who we got over here? We got Blakely. Alright, Blakely, off you go. Off you pop, sir. Seen anything yet, lads? I mean, if the enemy's in the forest, they are going to be bloody difficult to spot. I might actually want to get someone up here with binoculars. That's Jenkins that dies at the start of Mass Effect 1, isn't it? They're in there somewhere, they've got to be. I think Blakely might be the name, if I recall, it might be the name of the young lad in Master and Commander. The one that gets his arm chopped off at the start. You know, amputated, that is. Turns out the Germans are doing a flanking maneuver on us now. Wouldn't that be funny? I mean, they could try. They're just going to run straight into 3 Sherman tanks. So I'm not too worried about that, if I'm honest. Right. Who's got binocs? The lieutenant's got some binocs. Alright, old boy. Time for you to lead from the front, I think. Off you pop. Mind you, have we got much line of sight over there from here? Like, there is a bit of a... No, we should be able to see pretty good from up here. Has he actually got a pistol? He only bloody has. He's got a little Webley.
You see that?
Ugh.
Move it, let's go.
At least he's got the good sense to wear a helmet. Nobody say it's quiet, too quiet. Because you know what happens after you say that. You know what, if the lieutenant is the first guy to get shot, I won't even be mad. That'd be the most cinematic thing ever. I feel like we're wasting valuable minutes here, really, but don't want to go blundering into anything, frankly. If we still can't spot anything after he's got up here with his binoculars, there is an alternative. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Yeah, I mean, I suppose so, Django, but honestly, if they've got any lick of sense, they'd be in the woods too, on either side. Alright, he's got the binocs out. Nothing. Okay, well. What do we have up here? Right, you guys will do the job nicely. In fact, you know what? Face in that general direction when you get there. Let's bring the mortars up. I think I might move the kangaroo up as well. That's of the summer Weimar.
Alright, move it, let's go!
Still don't see anything. Here comes 3 section. If I were a German, where would I be? Well, I'd be here and here. That's where I'd be.
Listen up, lads. What's your sector?
Just lob a single shell into the forest. We don't have an awful lot of shells. And unfortunately, this mortar doesn't have line of sight. And as I've said, the weird thing about these 2-inch mortars is they do actually need line of sight. As counterintuitive as that seems. So what I am actually going to do instead, however, is we're going to wait until these guys have... Well, should we wait? No, fuck it. Let's just get on with it. We're running out of time here. We're down to 30 minutes. What we're going to do is going to do target light. And what this will basically do is tell them to fire a few rounds down that way. Don't, like, go completely mad. Like, full suppressing fire as if you were doing target command. But just, you know, conserve the ammo a bit, but still fire some shots in this general direction. So, if I can find a bit where we can... Ah, that's interesting. I'm now realizing that you guys don't have particularly brilliant line of sight, do you? Might explain why you can't see any Germans. How about you guys? Alright, well, what you guys are going to do is you're going to fire some shots into those woods. And you're going to see if anything moves. That's the general plan here, basically. How close can we get the kangaroo before it crests over the hill? Probably about that far. Hello, Aloof One. Alright, let's see what happens. Well, they'll certainly know where we are now. I'll have you know, Twitch chat, that this is an actual thing. Okay, it's called Reconnaissance by Fire. Alright, well, it looks to me like that didn't really get us anywhere. So, clear target.
Hold your fire.
Stutter is really annoying. I need to move this game to a different hard drive to stop it doing that. There's Corporal Cash, right. He actually is Corporal as well, apparently, judging by that rank stripe. Wait, no, that's Private. That's Corporal, so it's Private Cash, okay. Ugh, got my insignia all mixed up there. Yeah, Private Cash. Private Cash, off you pop, sir. You are once again the unlucky volunteer. Off you go, laddies. Off into that field and we'll see what happens. Move that to about there. Let's save the game. Here we go, chaps. Oh! There's some shooting and it's not being done by me. That sounded like an MP40 to me. I think somebody just shot at you, Cash, but nobody seems to have pinpointed exactly where he is.
Listen to me.
Oh! We got something. We got something. We don't know what exactly, but apparently this question mark grayed out icon here with nothing there. That basically means that we've not positively identified there is a German soldier there for definite. It's more like we saw something moving over there. We're not really sure what. It looked like a bloke. So why not do a smidge more with that reconnaissance by fire stuff? Now you'll notice because these guys spotted it, and they don't have a radio to tell everyone else about it. That if I click on the old kangaroo here, that icon disappears. However, that certainly isn't going to stop me from putting some rounds down range of it. Assuming I can, anyway. It's got a machine gun on the front of it, but it seems to only have one driver, so I think you actually have to have guys in it to actually be able to use the machine gun or something. Maybe there's a command here. Weird, no. Doesn't seem like there is. Okay. That was a bit of a foolish assumption on my part. Same goes for these half-tracks, isn't it? There's a 50 cal in the back, but we can't use it unless there's people in it. Probably need a volunteer to man the MG. You know what? You're probably right. Let's see. Do you know what we could do? Split off another scout team here. And have you chaps embark in that, and hopefully then they can use the machine gun. In the meantime, though, where did we see that? There we go. Can you get any shots over there? Sort of. General area. Give it a go. Put a few shots over there, see if anything moves. There's a bloody great tree in the way, isn't there? That's the problem here. Give that a try. The enemy is being jolly skittish today. How are you guys doing? Pretty frosty, all things considered, actually. Got a bunch of rounds whizzing right over their heads, but they seem to be okay with it. You can see this is their suppression meter here, this thing, and it's completely blank at the moment. Keep your head down, Cash. I know. Right.
Hold your fire.
Hold your fire. Right, now that you chaps are inside this thing... Yeah, there is a dude on the machine gun now. Okay, jolly good. Brilliant. Right, we can put out a little bit of fire from that thing, then. Yeah, he's on this thing. M1919. So that'll be a 30 caliber, I think. No, I don't want to... Well, I could bring the tanks up a little bit here. I'll bring one of them up. But the thing is, honestly... I want to try and identify where the enemy are before I go bringing tanks up, because otherwise it'll just get Panzer-Schrecked in the face. And then it really will be useless. They're behind the forest at the minute, just so that I know the enemy can't see him. The kangaroo here is a bit more expendable. That's why I've brought that up. Right. Private Cash. I need you to do a little dash over here this way and see if anyone jumps out at you. And then do a little slow crawl that way, perhaps. You go, laddies. You can still see something over there. Oh, we got another something. We have... What do we have? Oh, an enemy vehicle of some sort. Okay. That's certainly a bit different. I'm amazed, to be honest with you, mate. I'm actually stunned that these two lads are still alive. Quite frankly. Let's see. These mortars. Where can we get you guys that would be useful? Along here, honestly, would be good. Right. Let's have you there. Let's have you face that way. And then when you get there, I'll have you drop a few bombs in this general direction. No line of sight. Flipping trees. See if we can get something in that general postcode. Here we go. That'll do. It's not going to be very accurate after all. So more accurate than you might think, actually, but not super accurate. Meanwhile, let's get a detachment from one section up over here to have a closer look at the other trees over that way. Right. Okay. How many rounds of ammo does the gun in this thing have? About 2,000 rounds of ammo for the 30 cal. Alright. Well. No line of sight. What is blocking you from there, then? If I select that, tell them to target. Basically, you know, it's drawing the line still from the vehicle itself, but when you click on the waypoint like that, and then you draw a target line, it's actually drawing your line of sight from this point instead of this point. If you're confused at all. So if he goes up that far, he can actually then draw a bead down to there. You love this game and you think it's criminally underappreciated? Me too, man. This whole game series is phenomenal. At the minute, I've got Red Thunder, Fortress Italy, Battle for Normandy, which is what we're playing right now, and I've got the new Cold War one that came out. And so far, I love them all. But they've also done Afghanistan, which was the Soviet-Afghan War one. They did Black Sea, which is like a fictional modern conflict between NATO and Russia in the Crimea or something. And they did Shock Force 1 and 2, which was like 2008 Syria, I think. And they're all just bloody marvellous. Oh, and Final Blitzkrieg as well, which is like the Battle of the Bulge and stuff. And then there's the old ones as well they did before that, like the original Beyond Overlord, then Africa Corps, and Barbarossa and Beyond, or whatever it was called. Barbarossa to Berlin, that's what it was called. And you can get those for super cheap on GOG, actually, and they're actually still pretty darn good. And then, of course, you've got the more modern ones like this, running on the current latest game engine that they've done for it, version 4. Which I'm jolly pleased with. They're not cheap games, but I tell you what, you get what you pay for. There's so much replay value in these. And also they do really, really meaty demos for them as well, which is how I actually got into this in the first place. I had to go at the demo for Red Thunder, and I enjoyed it so bloody much that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get this. I do like companies that do demos. What is he doing? What? What are you doing, man? Hedgerow too thick. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he's going to try and go all the way around now. Oh, no! No! Come back! Oh, damn it all. I wonder if he can get through this wall. If not the hedge, then. Stop that man, I say! Stop him! Hold on, we're gonna quit out this. I'm gonna load it up again in order to avoid this kerfuffle. Save scum for the win! Could blast the hedge or the wall. I could. I don't know. Have I got any satchel charges and whatnot? I don't think it's a concrete wall, Drango. It's just a crappy little stone one built probably 100 years ago. It's for keeping sheep out, mate. Alright. Let's delete that. Give that a go. And then from there... Sod it, close enough. Let's hit Alt-T here to strip the trees back a bit so we can see what we're dealing with. Okay, so what I didn't know was there's a bunch of foxholes over there. I couldn't see that with all the foliage in the way. Oh, have I sent him to the exact same bit I sent the mortars? No, he's too small to get through that wall. I bet the Sherman could, but this thing can't. Cutting. They're just, yeah. Still, by some miracle, actually alive, and nobody's shooting at them. It's amazing. Where is he going? Bloody hell! All right. Yeah. All right, man. Come on. Enough of this. Stop that! It's silly. Alright, does anyone have any explosives? Anyone? Don't believe they do. Which means one assumes you can't do the blast command. Yeah, no, it's not available. So we can't blast through the hedge and or wall. No sappers, yeah, indeed. So, alright, fine. I reckon the Sherman can do it. I'm fairly confident this Sherman can make a hole. Or have it drive up, make a hole, and then reverse back out again. In theory, that's the idea. Do you know? It's actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure Battle for Normandy with all the expansions for it that I've got, I'm pretty sure the British get access to those crazy Hobart's Funnies or whatever they were called. You know, the weird, the special tanks with the weird stuff on them, like the one that clears minefields and stuff. And you get the Rhino attachment. Oh, the one that was specifically made for bashing through hedgerows. Yeah, ah, sweet. The tanks have HE. Do you know what? That's a really good point. I'm going to try it this way, though, for now, just because I don't want to have to move everybody out the way in case I accidentally blow them up. But that is actually a really good point. I suppose I could, yeah, just fire some HE. Good point. Good point. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Oh, hello. Hang on a second. Let's go backtrack a little bit here. Did I just hear that? Ah, mortar's in position and is firing. Excellent. Thump. There we go. All right, that should provoke a reaction, hopefully. Kablooey. Oh, hello. That's... Oh, Jesus. That sounded like a Panzerschreck to me. Yeah, that's what that was. Let's backtrack it a little bit and see that happen. The buggers were waiting for me to bring the tank up. There it is. You see it? Some bastard over there fired it. Yeah, exactly. This is why I didn't bring up the tanks. Luckily, the blasted thing hit the hedge. Unfortunately, though, it's a bit too late to adjust his orders. If he's got a lick of sense, the tactical AI for the commander here will actually kick in, and he'll reverse out of harm's way. I hope. We'll see. Alternatively, he'll just carry on being a moron. What are you doing, dude? Running over my my infantry squad, apparently. It's a good thing that tanks can't do that. Oh, I see. He's going to go through the wall. Couldn't do the hedge, but he can do this wall. Well, we made a hole. Is it going to be the last thing he ever achieves before getting blown up? Quite possibly. I mean, if he's super lucky, maybe there's a tree in the way, and that's why he's not been shot at again yet. Alright, okay, the turn's done. You lucky bastard! That's all I have to say. You lucky, lucky bastard! Right. Put some mortar bombs down there, because I reckon that's where it came from. Alright. Clear all of that. And you reverse, my son, back down here. Toot sweet. How the scout's doing? Still not been spotted yet, apparently. That's fine by me, honestly. If Private Cash survives this battle, I'm going to be absolutely thrilled. And now that I've said that, of course, he's about to die. Right, will the tank survive? That's the question. Will Commander Cooper survive this little incident? His brush with death back there. It turns out, I think he will for now. Good for him. Alright, the kangaroo's up there and the MG's opening up on that foxhole collection over there. It is very curious that none of them are firing back. The only enemy weapon we've heard... Well, there's been 2 Germans that have fired weapons so far. Some dude with an MP40 earlier that we couldn't see, and then that Panzerschreck. Well, they're probably nice and suppressed by now, at the very least. Okay, let's see... We're going to move you up into... Oh. Into this wood here. They're going to have a bit of difficulty driving through all these trees. But it will give them... It'll make them a little less easy for the enemy anti-tank teams to spot. And it will also possibly allow me to edge them up just far enough to be hull down towards the enemy. And actually still lob some shells downrange. That's the hope, anyway. That's the hope. Let's see if we can move... Just as an experiment here, Mr. Cooper. Let's use the hold down command. Now, let me just grab the manual here, because I always forget how the hold down command is actually supposed to work. But the idea is basically he's going to move forward. to the point where he's hull down towards the enemy positions. So by hull down, I mean essentially he's got terrain blocking off most of him except for his turret. So from here, for example, right now we can see his turret and not a lot else. That he's now hull down from the position I'm stood at right now. That's what it means, hull down. So let's have a look in the old manual. Let's have a look. Move commands. Hold down, page 51. I got a physical manual for this game because it's one of those ones that you kind of need it for sometimes. Select the vehicle and give it a hold down movement command. This is the furthest point that the vehicle will move forward to if it doesn't establish hold down for any reason. Optionally, assign a target command to the point that you wish the vehicle to become hold down to. This target can either be a point on the ground or an enemy unit. Okay. So what we need to do is take this fella, give him a target command. Except I kind of can't because he doesn't currently have line of sight. Alright, in that case, let's try... There. That's as far forward as you're going to go, matey. And then give you a target command. Can you see them from here? You kinda can. An area target will do. Hopefully now what'll happen is he'll move about as far up here as he can and then get hull down to be able to shoot over that. And hopefully, that means we can put some fire on the enemy without worrying necessarily too much about being panzer-shreked. I mean, we still might get shreked, but, you know. Let's minimize the opportunity for the enemy to do so. I can see a mortar shell exploding in the treetops there. Here we go. You going to shoot them or not? Have a little look at him, back at it, up at him from here. Yeah, he's not very hull down, is he, if we're honest with ourselves? God, that mortar shell exploded right on top of these guys. Not hold down, and the lower glacis is exposed. I know, yeah. It's kind of the opposite of what I wanted there, really, if I'm honest with you. But okay, maybe I just used the command wrong. Nobody seems to be dead yet. Famous last words. Alright, reverse. Just a smidge like that, if you would please, sir. And then... if I had to guess, this vehicle contact that's over here, it might be a pack anti-tank gun. I could see that being a thing. I can totes see that being a thing. Alright, you guys. Clear target. You don't need to be shooting right now. The other guys are doing the suppressing fire stuff. Let's just have you move chop chop this way. Do you know what? Let's get rid of that and make that a hunt command. Or maybe even a slow command. Yeah, let's do that. Is there anyone over there that can jolly well suppress? How many shells you guys got left? You got 9. Alright, keep it up for the next turn, and then I'll probably tell them to stop. Oh, wait, no, they're all out of HE. All they've got left is the smoke and the white phosphorus, which I assume is what they're lobbing at them right now. That's what you said 2 turns before getting 6 of you guys killed. Oh, there we go. He finally fired a shot. Nice one. Yeah, you show that tree who's boss. God damn it, dude. Oh, dear. Alright, there's no longer a tree there. That's one way to do it. You know what? I laughed at him, but actually he was being incredibly smart. He was just like, you know what? There's a tree in the way. So, well, get rid of the bloody tree then, Sergeant! Gunner, do you see that tree over there? Yes, sir. I don't want to see that tree over there anymore. Oh, looks like we got someone. He's dead. He's dead, Jim. When did he die? Was it this turn? Looks like it. When does it happen? There he is. I don't think we actually killed him just now. I think it's only just now that someone actually spotted the corpse. Quite possibly. How are you guys doing? Fine. A bit bunched up behind this tree, which I'm not a fan of, but... Okay, mortars. How's this tank looking now? That's much better. That's exactly what I wanted, more or less. Those chaps are going to be pretty thoroughly suppressed, aren't they? Who can we start lobbing shells at now? No cocking line of sight is the biggest problem. Wondering if we could bring another tank up this way. Alright, speaking of other tanks, how are they getting on in the trees there? Oh dear. They're having a bit of a time trying to figure life out right now. Who can blame them, really? Yeah, an awful lot of this is impassable. Be able to squeeze through there, perhaps? No. Alright, forget driving the tanks through here. Sometimes you can find a way through, sometimes you can't. So let's have them just go around. I don't want to go this way because I have a horrible feeling that as soon as he pops his head up over here, there'll be a Panzerschreck that goes whoosh from those trees over there into him. So I'm going to stick to this side. Our objective here is not, in fact, to kill all of the Germans. It's just to break through past them. So we can feel free to concentrate our entire attack on this flank and just deny them the other one. I say, look. Bunch of foxholes in this forest right here. I mean, I'm going to assume they're empty. Perhaps I should go check those out. Huh? You know what happens when you assume? Yes, indeed. Alright, you know what, you chaps, take a break. And just, yeah, go quickly recon these foxholes here, just so I don't have to feel too weird about it. I just, You never know, you might find some Jerry rations in there you can loot. He's got these two scouts here. Might have them crawl a little further up in a second. Have these guys go through here, see what they can find on the other side. Okay, well, it looks like these are clear. In fact, are they? Yeah, there's a couple of dead dudes in this one, but that's it. What happened to them? Were they always there, just lying there dead from the start? Okay. Alright, you guys are a bit suppressed right now. I'm not... Whoa! Okay, right. One of the scouts finally got it. It wasn't Cash, apparently, but it was the other chap. I'm not sure what got these guys, or whether it was straight machine gun fire from our side or something else. But Cash is currently pinned behind that tree. Alright, over you go, lads. Time for us to make tracks. We've got 20 minutes left. We've used up half our time already. If we move you up that far, I might be able to get him into a slightly hold down position. What's this the Sherman doing? Oh, he's still making his way up here. Hello, what's going on here? Oh, Cash is tending to his wounded friend. Or possibly just looting his corpse, because he's definitely dead. That's a skull and crossbones. So Private Cash is looting his friend. That's what he's doing. As you do. Bit of a scumbag, Private Cash. That's why we sent him in the first place, you know. Alright, let's bring this back a bit. I want to see what these guys got up to. Still warm and he's sifting for loose change, yeah. Oh, those tins of beef aren't going to eat themselves, are they? He doesn't need them anymore. Fine work, gents. Fine work. I'm gonna go ahead and say that whoever's there is either dead or very heavily suppressed right now. Let's view clear target. Cash, now you've finished looting your pal's pocket change, would you like to scurry on up this way and see if you can spot anything? You chaps, in the meantime, I might be about to walk into something very nasty indeed, but there's only one way to find out. Let's have you fellows run up here as well. Alright, that tank's about to get in position. From here, are you able to put some rounds into this little bit? Annoyingly enough, no. Could you possibly clear a bit of space with some shells? Maybe. Give it a try. I love being able to customize the emojis, it's great. I deliberately set it so you require virtually no channel points to be able to do that, because why lock that magnificence behind a paywall? Ah, the Firefly can get a shot over there, it looks like. Kind of. Give it a go, my old man. How about we move the lieutenant out of the way, just to be on the safe side, you know? I don't want the lieutenant taking a Panzerschreck to the face on behalf of the tank. That would not be great. Alright. See how it pans out. Whoa, what was that? Oh, that was the Firefly shooting. What a whoomph that thing makes. Oh my god, okay, alright. What happened over here? Being shot at. Grenade? Oh, bloody hell. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. 2 section just got wrecked. Ouch. Bloody hell, fire. Private Cash is still okay, of course. Oh, we just hit something. What do we hit? Oh, it's a truck. Oh, it's just a truck. No need to worry, it was just a truck, apparently, and we've hit it. Okay, okay, right. Over here somewhere, there's a whole fuckload of Germans just hiding behind a hedgerow thing. Hiding in some shrubbery. God damn, we lost the whole squad. That is just grim. Flippin' heck, man. Of course, you've got no sodding line of sight, have you? Of course you don't. How about if we shuffle you up here? I guess that's better than nothing. Aye, aye, aye. I could reload and save scum it, but I'm honestly not gonna. Let's just let the chips fall as they may. This Sherman ended up. There you are. That's a lot of bloody foxholes, isn't it? Which probably means a heck of a lot of Germans don't like this very much, you know. How are you guys doing? You got one chap that's injured, and you're all totally pinned down. And we've identified a Panzerschreck team. On the bright side. Alright, well then. That's good. Shoot those bastards. If you don't mind. bother. Right, yeah, you. Right there. Can we get this bastard? Can we get him? What the hell keeps exploding over there? There he goes. It's one less Panzer Shrek to deal with. What are you chaps doing? They're understandably quite rattled right now. Oh, who's that shooting back at you? There's never going to be an easy way through this, was there? Alright. Should we move those guys a bit forward ever so slightly? Not much to do right now other than keep showing the bastards. And poke our heads forward and see if we got many of them. Hello, Whirlywind. We're certainly chucking a lot of ordnance at them. Hello. It's an enemy HQ unit at the back there. Killing him certainly wouldn't be a terrible idea. Too much undergrowth in the way there. Who even has a line of sight on this guy? Who can actually see him? It's you. It might not necessarily be you, actually. Could just be having that position relayed back to you. Yeah, you guys can see him. I have to get a bit more aggressive with the old tanks now, if I'm honest. We don't have a lot of boots on the ground to work with at the moment. Oh, there is you fellas, though. I forgot about you guys. I've been busy checking out those foxholes. Let's have you guys move up. You're shooting there, you're shooting there. Is there anywhere else we could get you firing instead? Grenade. I can't tell the soldiers specifically to throw a grenade, Django. That's something they have to figure out for themselves. Do so love clearing infantry out of woods, he said. Extremely sarcastically. Look at Private Cash. How are you still alive, man? Oh, I see the problem here. You gonna be able to see anything useful from there? Turn the trees back on here for a second. And go like this. And then from there, what can your elf eyes see, Legolas? Fuck all, that's what you can see. Just keep track of where the tanks are firing right now, just so I don't walk my guys into it. Okay, where's this? This is 1 Section A detachment. They're on the move. Good. Might get the kangaroo moving as well pretty soon. All we gotta do is get through here. And I don't know, I'm just eyeballing it. I might be able to get the tanks through some of this forest here. It seems to like, no, probably not over here, but over on this side it seems a little bit more loose. Might be able to wind my way through this way somewhere. Because they managed to park a truck in here somehow. We'll see. Yeah, left side's too thick. There's too much of this stuff over here. Might be able to sneak through this bit somewhere, though. Though I expect that cunning scenario designer might have made it so that we can't do it on this side either. And we'll have to use the road. In which case, gulp. Because I'm still fairly convinced there's probably going to be a bunch of Germans in here somewhere. Of course, that said, they might have opened fire on me by now if there were. Alright, you guys can see something. What do you got? That was, emphasis on the past tense, a forward observer team, I think. That's what that was. Nice work, gents. Nice work. Let's rewind it a bit and play back again. Did they spot them? It's obviously quite close to the... Ah, there they are. He's suppressed, and then... he also buys the farm. Got very lucky to see them before they saw us there, I think, really, actually. Usually that goes the other way around. One bloke with an MP40 and a grenade can just wipe out an entire team, as happened over here. Ugh. God, I still feel dreadful about that. That was just... oh, that was catastrophic, that was. Fucking hell. Whole section just gone like that. Hey, Flatbird. Yes. I've joined the Church of Combat mission. Hallowed be its name. Let's have you guys pop into that foxhole. Alright, let's keep an eye on what we're shooting at. Yeah, you very much need to not shoot that, because you're about to fire at the bit that poor old Private Cash is about to crawl straight into, so don't do that. Oh, this is some really nasty forest right here. The tanks are really of quite limited help. There we go. Get the 17-pounder on that little bit there. We're going to get some shots at the back there, but I just can't seem to find a way to thread the needle. Maybe if we... move you here, face that way, and then from there, can you perhaps... God damn it, really? Really? You really can't see him from there? How about if I move you like that? You could... Ugh. Hell's bells, man. I mean, maybe that might have to be close enough. Getting a bit close for comfort there, frankly, but I don't know. I mean, these if they've got infantry squads in here, they're bound to have Panzerfausts. They probably, I'm gonna guess they maybe only had the one Panzerschreck team. But they're still probably going to have a few Panzerfausts knocking about the place, so... It's those we need to worry about now, I think. This is private cash. Just, you know... praying for his life. And if he's not, he should be. Right. How are you guys doing? Okay. Please don't all get murdered by one dude with a grenade this time.
Alright, move it, let's go!
Good grief. Oh my god! Are you trying to kill Cash? You might be, to be fair. Nobody seems to like him very much. I think we're getting suppressed by our own outgoing fire right now, which is not very helpful. Alright, Cash is on the move again. As are these fellows. It's a friendly shell. Clear target. So if you move up there, mate. Clear target. Just for giggles. Half tracks go wee! Distraction half tracks, let's go. I don't know what I'm thinking here, but let's just give it a try. Do you know what? Actually, I have a better use for you. To quote Gandalf. Can I possibly have you do this? How much do you want to bet this road is mined, huh? How much do you want to bet? Off you go. Good luck. You know what? Actually, that's not half a bad idea. Good idea. I'll get the mortar team inside and they can use the HMG. Brilliant. Thank you for that. Good suggestion. Appreciate it. Well done, Puggins. The half tracks do have M2s, yes, but you do need some guys in the back to be able to operate it. Because currently the only chaps in there are a driver in each one. Much like with the Kangaroo here, I had to get a couple of blokes to hop in the back of it so that one of them could use the 30 cal. Alright, we've got 13 minutes to go. Can we do this? I reckon we might be able to do this. Possibly should have set that half track to go fast instead of quick down that road, but whatever. Alright, what do you guys see? I know there's a truck there that we somehow can't see from even this range. Because the undergrowth is very thick. To be fair, there's a level of abstraction on the go in this game. Like, it's not totally 100% true line of sight. It's like 95% true line of sight. Okay, looks like those guys are suppressed. And we can actually see them now. Looks like... Is Cash taking some pot shots at him? Nice. Good one, man. Well done. Are these Australians? Nope. They are Brits. Although I'm pretty sure the Australians are in the game. You get the Australians, you get the... Well, here's the thing. I actually don't... I know who's in Fortress Italy. I don't know who's in Battle for Normandy, totally. I could have a look later. But I know that in Fortress Italy you get the Brits, the Americans, the Australians, the New Zealanders, the Canadians, the Polish, and the French on the Allies side. Can't remember if there was anyone else. Brits, Canucks, and Polish in Normandy. Fair enough. Yeah, you get the Aussies and Kiwis and whatnot in Fortress Italy as well, which is pretty good. I wonder if they'll ever do have a redo of Africa Corps. If they'll do an Africa Corps 2, that'd be pretty good. I'd enjoy that. I'd love to see Africa Corps 2. I'd love to see a Pacific Theater combat mission game. That would be a bit different. Honestly, like a 1940 combat mission, Battle of France style would be really cool, but apparently they've ruled it out because it wouldn't be very popular, or at least not popular enough to worth doing. To be worth doing, going through all the effort of making, which is a bit of a shame. But hey, you guys are sitting around sniffing your own farts, aren't you? Go on, get a move on. Go do something useful. Go ahead up here. Well, that's awfully close to where 2 section copped it, but do you know what? Actually, no. You are a Bren team. Let's use you like a Bren team. So if you move up this way, face that direction, and have you shoot at anything that moves that we don't like the look of. You chaps, on the other hand, I want you to make a dash for that foxhole. That's what's left of that truck. I want you guys to make for that foxhole as well, but I want you guys to just do a slow, cautious move forward instead, because I still don't know what's actually waiting for me in those foxholes, if anything. I don't suppose you could put some speculative shots into them, could you? Might not be a terrible idea. How much ammo you guys got? Oh, you got a fair amount. You're good. You got some grenades as well. How's this chap getting on? Ah, brilliant. Right. Good, sir. All of these we're going to make fast. I want you zipping down here at the highest possible speed. Hopefully drawing the attention of anyone who might be lurking about the place. Had to make dinner. Have there been any more catastrophic losses? Well, yes, as people have mentioned, the main loss is Private Cash's underpants. But he's doing alright so far. I think he's gunning for that VC, you know. I think he's really after a Victoria Cross at this rate. He's currently taking some pot shots at the enemy commander who's lurking over here somewhere. In fact, they might have already killed him. He shot some bloke with an MP40. That quite could have been him. Well, it looks like we're up against the SS today, for one thing. But I think he might have shot the enemy commander. Probably pawn it off, yeah. One Section A detachment are about to move forward into these foxholes, but I'm going to have them fire a few shots into them first, just to be sure. While B detachment are going to move over here and take a position with the brain gun to shoot anything they need to. And 3 Section are going to make a dash for these foxholes here, which the Panzerschreck team were previously occupying. And yeah, we've got this half track that's about to make a mad dash down the road to try and attract the shooting of any enemies that might be around. I have a cunning plan, sir. Let's see how we get on. Someone throw a grenade. They did throw a grenade. Nice one, lads. Right, you chaps are in the foxholes. And hello, you spotted someone. Yes, you have. It's a radio operator. Is anyone going to be able to get him? How's that half track doing? He's about to begin his run. Someone's shooting back. Some angry little fella with an MP40 in that foxhole. Off goes the half track. That's as far as he gets when the turn ends. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, we spotted both of them now. Radio operator and another gentleman with an MP40. And yeah, I really do think that this was the commander. His uniform looks just a little bit fancier. Alright, gents. Just have at him. Just absolutely have at him. Go to town. You fellows. Right, let's go done. Let's have you clear your target. And just go for it. Get yourselves up to that hedge there. And just spray those guys with some, I say spray. The leader's got a Sten gun, everyone else has got Lee Enfields. Spray might be putting it a bit optimistically, but you know. Get the brain teen up behind that hedge thing. Can you see over there? You only bloody can. Alright, please try not to blow my guys up. I beg of you. Do you know what? No. No. Go like that, and then you can shoot them of your own volition if you actually feel like you can get a decent shot in there. Alright.
We're watching you. Scum.
FJ, that guy, thank you very much for 6 months of subbage. Half a year. Surprised to see you play this. Aha! I am a man of many surprises. Don't you know? I've been playing the combat mission games for, like, the last couple of months or so. And I bloody love them, you know. I think they're rather jolly good. Alright, did I just save it? Let's save it again to be sure. 11 minutes left on the clock. There goes the half track. Meeting no resistance, apparently. Well, we got a pinned. Did we just get one? Someone screamed. Yeah, we got one. That's just the radio man. Okay, there goes one section. Ah, we got him. We got all three of them. Alright, that might be all that was left, frankly. And at this point, we don't care that much if there's a single German crying for his mother in a foxhole over here somewhere, because we just need to get past and through here. Oh, hello. Hello there. Well, well, well. Look at that. Pack 38, just chilling at the back there. Not very well positioned, if you ask me, but there it is. I say, can anyone see that? Pop that chap, somebody. Right, have you guys moved just like that? Face that way. Where's this pack? 38, there it is. Can we get any kind of firepower down there at all? Not really. Why is it that's blocking you? It's this hedgerow, isn't it? Hedgerow, shrubbery, whatever the heck this stuff is. That's what's blocking you. Right, I'm not going to bring you up any further in case you take a shell in the face. Mr. Cash, sir. See, he's ready, he's cautious. Can I split you guys at all? No, I can't. Okay. Merely cautious after all that, yeah, I know. Right. What is it he could see over there? Don't worry, Private Cash is on the job. Oh, there's something else moving around over there. Might just be the crew for the gun. Tell you what. Oh! Hello, the half-track's gone. Right, it's made it through. Good stuff. I was about to have it turn around and do a bit of spotting for us, but I guess no need. Well, it's a good thing we have a... are you guys retreating? They're legging it, yeah. I just saw a guy with an MG42 there. We also have you. Someone was firing an MG42 there. I don't know who that was. Who is it you can see? You can see now over there. Yeah, he's shooting at this dude over here. Yeah, and he's getting some fire coming back the other way now. Oh, quite a bit of it, actually. Where did... Yeah, you guys died here. Still don't know exactly who it was that killed you. It might have been them, though. Alright, let's see if we can't move somebody in a position to do something about that. What's the problem here exactly? Can you target them from there? No. Why is that? Because trees. Curses. Alright. Forget that. New plan. I just get to put little curves in the waypoint path to make this a bit simpler. You, my son, are going to go over here. So we're going to make that a hunt command. Hopefully catch some retreating Jerrys in that field. And you're going to be joined by these guys. Hopefully, anyway, if this works. Okay. I wonder if you'll have any better luck trying to see something up there. He's just hiding behind a tree, as he usually does, yes. He is technically pinned right now, but that's okay. No, that's really not good enough, frankly. Alright, bit of a gamble this, but quickly does it into those foxholes. Same with you guys. Get some area target fire down that way. From the Bren team, and, well, let's see what happens. These guys are nice and distracted with private cash. Might give me an opportunity to get these lads in position, we'll see. Alternatively, they could all just get mowed down immediately. Okay, we've made a hole for the half-track, that's good. Oh, we've got one fellow over here who is calmly staring through his binoculars. Behind the pack gun, I imagine. Ah, I think the Sherman just spotted the anti-tank gun. And he's decided to let rip immediately, which is honestly probably a sensible thing to do. Where's our section officer? He is up in the hedgerow observing still with his binoculars. We could move him up, I suppose. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to do so. Alright. Since you mention it, yeah, let's do it. Let's bring him up this way. Scooch on behind the kangaroo. How's Cash doing? He's fine. He's absolutely fine. He's no longer suppressed. He's a veteran, after all. How are you guys doing? Could you not all bunch up in one spot like that? Jesus, are you trying to get yourselves killed? What is going on? I don't know. Alright. Let's get the Firefly out here as well. Around the flank. Since I'm getting nothing from over here, which is rather interesting. I mean, were there simply no Germans on that flank? Maybe. I doubt it, though. I'm sure there's somebody over here. In fact, look. Hello there. Hello there, Sonny. It's probably not a single Nazi. That's just the only guy we can actually see, is the thing. Alright, you gotta hop up on that machine gun. Or do I have to, like, specifically tell you to do that? Also, I heard something just now that... What was that? Okay, that was somebody firing... Oh, he's out of ammo. He's using his pistol. I thought it was a Panzerschreck or a Panzerfaust firing. Oh, there goes one. They are lagging it. They are skedaddling. Oh, look who took his brave pills. Somebody pop that chap, would you? This guy running away. Yep. Okay, you shoot them. We having any luck over here at all? You as well. We're gonna let's get you around the flank here. Who's that running away there? I think it's one of the pack gun crew, isn't it? Yep. Seven minutes to go here. Basically 7 more turns. It'll be 6 after this. Oh, there goes one of them. Somebody please kill this machine gun team. I really can't figure out how to get these guys to use the Browning. Maybe I need to select the squad instead. Oh, look, he's off. And he didn't quite make it. Tragic. Yeah, it looks like all the Germans are falling back at this point. Wisely, one might say, in fact, really. Press unlock on the command tab. Oh! Never mind. We won. British Army total victory. I think the Germans surrendered. So... yeah, total victory. Waffen SS surrender. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I just was like, right, we've had enough. We surrender. We got the full 500 points. We secured... well, we got rid of the blocking force. 38 men okay. We had 5 killed, 1 wounded. We lost no vehicles either, which is a first for me. I usually get my tanks horribly killed, which is why I was very cautious with them today. Which I think was the right move, honestly. I think you do have to be cautious with your tanks. Unless you're playing as the Germans, you've got a bloody Tiger. I think you have to be a bit cautious with them. They're a very valuable resource, but they're one that can, you know, very easily be taken away from you. They have 4 men okay at the end. 12 killed, 8 wounded. And they lost 1 other vehicle, which I suppose was the truck. Review the map. See what was left over at the end there. So and when you click on guys in the review map mode, you get the full info as well. It's first squad, A team. legging it. Oh, they got that funky P-Dot camouflage on them. Yeah, they do. Lots of dead dudes everywhere. That was the crew for the gun. Yep. This was the commander over here. Five to 12 on an attacking operation. Yeah, I suppose that's technically probably quite a good ratio, isn't it? I try to be as cautious as I can within the time constraints, honestly, because one of these days I'm going to take a crack at one of the campaigns, and one of the wonderful things about the campaigns in this game is that, you know, you have a pool of dudes, and, you know, if they die, then you can't use them in following missions, so there's an incentive to not be reckless. So I try not to be reckless in the regular missions I play, so that when I tackle a campaign, hopefully I'll approach it with the correct mindset. I was reading about it in the manual, but the campaigns and combat missions seem really cool. I've yet to actually have a go at one, but they seem really interesting, with like branching paths and stuff depending on how well you do in certain missions and things. It sounds really cool. Oh yeah, Cash. Let's see, where is he? There he is. Where did it tell you how many kills he got? If it does it all. You have a real love/hate with Norman Bocage, yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Because I've been playing up until now, I've been playing Fortress Italy mostly, and a bit of Red Thunder. And those battlefields generally tend to be quite open. On the left. Oh, right there. One enemy casualties. He killed a dude, apparently. A dude. 2 enemy casualties. Who were the ones that killed my entire bloody 2 section? And I gotta say, this was an awful lot of foxholes for very few dudes. As well. We got so lucky with that Panzerschreck near the start, now that I think about it as well. Oh yeah, it was these guys, look, 5 enemy casualties. It was these fuckers here, this scout team with 3 MP40s. Yeah, no wonder they killed them all. Jesus. Imagine bumping into 3 MP40s on the other side of a hedge. Yeah, God. No wonder 2 Section bought the farm. Oof. Yep, yeah, exactly, FJ. I mean, if we compare to, let's see. Wonder how many the tanks got. 2. Firefly got 2. This tank here, Commander Burness here, his tank got 8 enemy casualties and the truck. Considering that that's 8 out of, well, I don't know, how many guys were there in total? Must have been like 20-ish. How many did the mortars get, I wonder? After that big speculative barrage we did at the start. They got a couple of guys as well. Ecstasy results again. There we go. Yeah, they had... Quick bit of maths. 24 dudes and a truck, it looks like. 24 blokes and a truck. So, yeah, 8 of them were credited to just that one tank, including also the truck. So... yeah. So not bad, all things considered. I think the real bit of bad luck was this over here. That was just a bit grim. That sucked. Really. Would we have 5 men killed. We would have, if that clusterfuck hadn't happened, we would have made it through this without any casualties at all, except for 1 dude wounded. However, on the other hand, the flip side of that lucky coin is that up here, that enemy Panzerschreck team hit the hedge in front of the Sherman instead of the actual Sherman, so... you know, swings and roundabouts, eh? Roll a natural 20 on that one and a natural 1 on that one. Anyway, that was good fun. I really do enjoy these little tiny scenarios because it, you know, just sort of, you can get it done a lot quicker, and it just allows you to sort of really nail down and focus on a particular, on the nitty gritty details of actually doing the infantry combat and stuff. I do enjoy it a great deal. And some of these small scenarios that have been like specifically handmade and, you know, not just quick battles, are actually quite fiendish sometimes. It's like trying to complete a puzzle. There's one in Fortress Italy that's like, I think it's called Kiwi Soldiers. It's a tiny scale engagement, and you've got like some New Zealanders, and I think it's literally like 3 squads and an HQ guy, and that's basically all you've got. And it's on a really tiny map. Like, the map is not much bigger than this field, and you've got a train station over there, and you've got a house up on a hill over here, and then you've got your guys in another house in this corner, and basically you've got to try and essentially just kill all the Germans is the goal, but like the way that you do it is like, it's like figuring out a complicated puzzle. It was really good. But anyway, I enjoyed that. So anyway, yeah, there you go. That's Combat Mission, folks. There's a whole bunch of these games. There is, as I said, there's Combat Mission Normandy, Battle for Normandy, which we've been playing here today. There is Fortress Italy. There is Final Blitzkrieg. There is Red Thunder, which is in the Eastern Front. There is... what else? Afghanistan. There is Cold War, which came out very recently, which is like sort of like late 70s, early 80s hypothetical Cold War stuff in Europe. And there's also Shock Force 2, which is set in Syria in 2008, I believe. And then there's Black Sea, which is set in the Crimea in sort of like 2014, 2016, something like that. And it all basically runs on the same game engine. Like, all the menu and stuff works exactly the same. The commands work exactly the same. They do a manual for the series that's basically just the game engine manual, which is the one I've got here on my desk. Because so much of these games, like, basically, you know, what works in one game will generally work in all the others. The only difference is the equipment and the vehicles quite often, and the maps. Still say show this lot the size of Colossal Crack. Okay. But yeah, it's good shit. It's good shit. And yeah, like I said, there's a bunch of demos available for each one on the old website. So if you're a little curious, might as well download one of the demos and see what you think. Because that's what I did, and now I'm bloody hooked. So, right, okay, end. That was a good one. Right, let's see. Just gonna do a quick battle. Let's see. Quick battle. Let's do an assault. Battle size huge. Length of battle 2 hours. Map size huge. Environment random. Region Holland. Why not? Attacker could be the US Army. The defender could be the German Army. We'll go with armored infantry versus armored infantry. September 1944, weather random, ground condition random. Alright, so thank you very much for that Prime sub, by the way. Much appreciated. One player turn-based. Alright, I'm just going to hit suggestions, which will give you something that the computer thinks is appropriate. Okay, same for the Jerrys. I've never actually had a go at a battle this big before. I'm curious to see what it looks like. Rip CPU. Time to micro an entire battalion, yeah. Often the AI has several different plans for a single mission, so you don't necessarily get the same enemy deployment. That's pretty cool. Make sure to split up all your squads, yeah. Whenever it finally loads, bloody hell. What's the time anyway? Fuck me, it's 10 o'clock. When did that happen? About a minute ago, if you had to guess. Very good, very good. Very droll, Bernard. Oh, we're getting there. Thinking, how much longer do I want to actually stream for? 10 o'clock at the moment. Can't decide whether to stop and get just a small bite to eat and call it a night, or... So I was thinking about doing some Silent Hunter 4, but I'm not sure if I can really be bothered at this point, if I'm totally honest with you. Might do that tomorrow instead. In fact, yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. Submarine shenanigans tomorrow afternoon. Okie dokie. Fuck me. Okay, yeah, that's pretty big. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! 12-hour stream, boys. Yeah. Oh my word. Okay. Yeah, exactly. If we weren't armoured infantry, we'd have even more stuff. Great googly moogly. I love it. I mean, my CPU doesn't love it, but I love it. God, you could play this for a whole bloody week, couldn't you? Maybe even 2 weeks. Just put it to best and watch my computer melt. Oh, God! I feel like in a battle this size, you'd need to bring trucks with you with extra ammo, wouldn't you? No way you're going to fight from one end of this place to the other without needing to resupply. And fuel, yeah, good point, actually. This is the kind of shit I want to build up to one day. This is the peak of Mount Everest here, and I'm going to start climbing. Oh, I love it. This would take quite some time, wouldn't it? Yeah. All right, because it's an assault type game as well. We've actually got some intel on where a lot of the enemy's positions are, so that's good to know. Yeah, that's one of the main differences, I think, between assault and just attack. You get a little bit of intel on the enemy positions. Field of Glory. Is that like Field of Glory Waterloo, is it? Yeah, I've had a go at that before, but yeah, when you do like the biggest option available for battles, and it's just like the entirety of like fucking Belgium. Anyway, okay. Do you know what would be pretty mint? Would be doing a battle and that's that size in the Cold War, one that just came out. That would be pretty sick. Lots of explosions. Right. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, it was Scourge of War, wasn't it? Not Field of Glory. Ugh. Right, ladies and gents, it is nearly 7:10. I'm going to see. Is there anyone streaming that isn't also about to call it quits? Let's have a look. I think Variax might have been streaming tonight, but if he was, he's long since finished. There's nobody really online, as far as I can tell. Alright, sod it then. No raid for us. Just a quiet cup of tea or something. I'm going to go eat a bowl of noodles, I think. Myself, personally. So, anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the stream today. I did. It was good. I needed a distraction this weekend, frankly. And I got one. So that was good. I might do some more tomorrow. Honestly, I might do some more tomorrow. I probably do need to record some more videos as well. I need to get some more Morrowind recorded, and I need to make a proper start on the next Neverwinter Nights playthrough, because that's coming up very soon as well. But yeah, I might stream as well tomorrow, and if I do, I reckon it might be some Silent Hunter 4. Because I've also been playing a lot of that lately, and been having a really good time with it. Because for the first time ever, I've actually bothered to install mods for it, and I'm having a really good time with it. So, anyway, I've been playing a lot of that and a lot of Cold Waters as well. And, well, yeah, Cold Waters in particular has been driving me into fits of rage from time to time because that game is so hard. Especially with mods installed. Anyway. Challenge you to a play by email, because I think we'd both be terrible. Like two general melchits going at each other. Get to examine the massive toaster live. Yes, the gigantic US Navy toaster. Yeah. There's some screenshots of that in the Discord, in case you're curious. Anyway. Yeah, I'll see you when I see you guys. Have a good one. Obviously, like I said, we do have a Discord. I believe you could get access to it now, whether if you are a Twitch sub, a YouTube member, or a Patreon supporter. On either of those three, any of those three will get you access to the Discord. It's mostly just to keep trolls out, honestly. It's not because I want to make people pay to get into it. It's mostly just because when it was totally free, we got a lot of trolls in from time to time. So, yeah, you can go hop on there if you want to. Anyway, toodaloo, folks. Catch you next time.